Welcome to LNP Renewable System Integrator. Today we're going to see some of the basics of a pressure transmitter, especially the Greystone Hagpb09S15 basics. Okay. So if you are going to work as a building management system engineer, building automation control system engineer, or as a system integrator, you should be pretty aware of these sort of transmitters, basically how to wire them. So most of the things we are going to discuss today. So in our sessions, what are the things that we are going to discuss? So first of all, we should know what is this pressure transmitter. Why should I know about this pressure transmitter? Where can I use this pressure transmitter? How to install these pressure transmitter? And what are the things as a BMS or a building automation system engineer we should know about this pressure transmitter? And most importantly, in most of the instruments, okay, the physical quantity that we're going to convert, okay, we can take the electrical output as in two forms, either in the voltage form or in the current forms. First of all, we should know how to change those modes inside the instruments that we are using it, okay, and what are the basic sort of configurations that we need to do in this pressure transmitter. So as I told earlier, the most importantly, the pressure transmitter is a device which is capable of measuring the applied pressure, since it's a pressure transmitter. So the transmitter plays a vital role in converting the physical pressure into the electrical signal. Okay, the electrical signal, often called as a pressure transducer. Okay, it is used to measure and convert mechanical or hydraulic pressures into an electrical signal. Okay, so as I told earlier, why should I know about this pressure transmitter? First and foremost thing is that it has very vast applications. It is used in many sort of places, especially in buildings, okay, metro projects, and most importantly, it plays a very important role, okay, in wastewater management systems, and most importantly in the chiller plants, and even in the oil and gas industry, the pressure transmitter plays a very important role. So it has very sort of lots of applications. So we used to use these pressure transmitters for the building projects, malls, metro projects, airport projects, stabling yards, depots, like that. So many places we used to use it. So as I told earlier, how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. This is a picture of the transmitter that we're going to discuss today. And most importantly, this is the model number, okay, of the Greystone that we're going to discuss today. So as I told earlier, so basically in order to get your instrument to get approval, first and foremost thing you need to do the submission, material submission. So during that submission, you need to know its measurements. Okay, what is going to be the size of your product that you're going to use? What is the rating of it? Okay, whether it is IP protected, okay, whether it's IP66 or 65. Those are the things you need to basically understand. For that, you can refer the data sheets or submittal documents which will be available on the internet for you. And for the measurement details, you can refer these. Okay, based on this, you can design your drawings and you can allocate the space for installing this pressure transmitter. So the measurements are clearly provided in mm. Okay, totally so that based on that you can plan your installation. So as I told earlier, how it is installed. First and foremost thing is that, as you can see here, we can open this lid. Okay, we can open this lid. So as you can see here, they are same like normal boxes which we used to have the plastic boxes like which we often used in the stationaries as well as in the different boxes and all. We should have the lid tech lock. So by removing it, you can open it. Okay, this is one of the method. Because in order to wire or you know, in order to wire and connect this instrument with the controllers, okay, we need to make the wiring. So basically in order to get inside it, we need to open this lid, and as you can see here, we have a gland provisions. Okay, so that through the flexible conduits you can connect your cables inside this instrument. As you can see here at the top, we have a provision for screwing, both at the top and as well as at the bottom. So you can screw and you can fix this in a wall. Okay, this is one of the method, as you can see here. And also, as I told earlier, even we also have the screws. Okay, you can remove these screws and you can open your pressure transmitter so that you can see the terminals inside it. You have the menu options, up button, down button, most of the things you can see inside it. Okay, and most importantly, where it is installed. Okay, as you can see here, we have a probe. Okay, we have a high pressure sensor, we have a shutdown valve. Okay, so try to install your uh, pressure transmitter if you want to measure the supply line water flow. Okay, supply line pressure, you can install the your pressure transmitter at the direction of flow. As you can see, the supply line is coming here, you can install it here. Okay, and most importantly, please don't install at the immediate of the motors or the pumps. Okay, always try to install in the supply lines. Okay, or even if you want to know the pressure of the after the pump. Okay, there also you can install, but please don't install at the immediate corners, and also don't install at the pins. Okay, as you can see here, it is a we have a um, keys. Okay, we have allen keys to make it tight. Okay, special provision keys and screws are there. Okay, you can use the spanners also to get them fixed inside the shunt off valves. Okay, so now most importantly, as I told earlier, when you open the lid, this is how it looks like. As you can see here, we have a terminals. Okay, we have power connection terminals and signal output terminals also present here. As you can see here, we have a menu button, we have a okay down button and a up button, as well as this button also we can use for zeroing. Okay, as I told earlier, okay, most of the instruments have a capability to change any sort of physical quantity in the electrical output. Okay, electrical output can either be a voltage mode or it can be a current mode. So how to change these modes? As you can see here, you have a jumpers. Right now this pressure transmitter is in the current mode. It means the electrical output will be in a 4 to 20 milliamps output. Okay, say for example, if you shift this jumper from these two terminals to here, it will change to the voltage mode. Okay, so as I told earlier, now let us try to know how can we wire these pressure transmitter. Okay, there are three different methods you can wire this. Okay, first method is that zero terminal method. In this method, through a switch, okay, by pressing a push button switch, you're going to trying to get the you itself provide a separate external power supply to the instrument. As you can see here, we are providing a 24-volt external power supply. Okay, but the common you used to control through the remote zero switch settings. Okay, as you can see here, you can connect this through the zero switch. You can connect it here on at the zero terminal, and the power supply you can connect it to the power. Okay, and most importantly, right now you had provided the power for the instrument to work right now, and also you need to know what is the measurement value. Right, for that one, what you need to do, you need to connect an analog input module. As you can see here, common is getting connected here, and the output is also getting connected with the analog input, so that you can get the readings here. Okay, this is the basic thing. So right now this is in the current position, so that your output will be in the photon. Suppose if we change this jumper to here, maybe our output we can define either from 0 to 5 volt, or we can define it from 0 to 10 volt DC. Okay, this is our requirement. Those things we can set using this menu option, and we can set inside the pressure transmitter, as I told you here. And also say for example, okay, you don't have any sort of external power supply. Okay, you itself planning to provide a power from your controller, because since your controller has a power supply, okay, since it also works on the power supply 24 volt DC, through the controller you can provide a power supply to the instrument as well. So for that such of connections, you need to do the wiring like this. Common, you can connect it directly. Okay, and as you can see here, power you're going to connect it 24 volt. Okay, and the output you will be connecting to the analog input. So this is the basic connection. This is how you can do in your controller. If you're planning to provide a power supply through your controller itself, it can be either PLC controller or it can be DDC controller. Okay, but if you're planning to provide a power through your controller itself, means then you can go with this wiring. Otherwise, okay, you have a separate AI module. Okay, you can't provide power. You had a plan to provide it separately, means through the external power supply also you can provide. As you can see here, we are connecting the power here, and we are connecting our common here. So both the commons you can solve. It's up to you. Okay, you can interlink them for even in your AI module, and most importantly, the out should connected in the AI module. As you can see here, in all sort of things, if you want to measure the exact pressure, if you want to know it, you need to so the electrical output of the pressure transmitter is going to be the input for your analog module. So that's why you need an analog input module. So this is how basically you need to do the wiring for this pressure transmitter. So now we can see, okay, how to do basic installation. Okay, how to do basic wirings. Okay, and what are the different sort of wirings you can do. Okay, next we are going to see how to do the settings inside it. As you can see here, once you have provided the proper power supply for it, there will be some sort of values you can see in this display. So you might have, you can see the software version. Okay, and you can see the model pressure range for what it is being designed. As I told you starting of the session itself, we have so many options to select. Okay, but by default some 50 PSI values will be there. Okay, and even the output type also you can see it may be in the 4 to 20 milliamp. So if you have changed the ampere, maybe you can able to see it in the 0 to 10 volt, or it can be 0 to 5 volt DC output. So most importantly, okay, as I told you, if it is for the shortest distance, always try to go with the voltage output. Okay, but if it is for the longest distance, always try to go with the current output. Okay, so when you compare the losses, current has a very less amount of losses when compared to the voltage. Okay, the potential difference. So better if you are planning to use it for longest distance, always use the 4 to 20 milliamps output. Okay, this is our suggestion. So as I told earlier, um, you can display the readings, actual reading what it is. What is the maximum range? This is the maximum range, but this is the actual reading. Say for example, you had already connected in the pipe, okay, where you need to measure the pressure. It means you can see the readings in between from 0 to 50. Okay. Next, how to use the menu options. Okay, first and foremost thing is that if you want to change any sort of setting, menu plays a very important role. Okay, as I told earlier, most importantly, the system always holds the pressure output, lost output value inside it. Okay, so and most importantly, 5 minutes you need to work on continuously with the menu option. If your menu button is not active for 5 minutes, it will exit from the settings and it will devices will return back to its normal operation. So it means within a 5 minute gap should not be there. You need to make the settings as soon as possible. Okay, as I told earlier, please press the menu button for a long time. As you can see, first you will get a output option. Okay, using this. Okay, down button as well as up button, you can change the range whether you want your output in 0 to 5 volt DC, okay, or if you want in 0 to 10 volt DC. Those settings you can change by pressing this up and the down button. Okay, next after changing it, hold this menu button for saving it, and next proceed to the next menu that you want to change. Say for example, next is going to be the pressure range. So as I told earlier, in the starting of the session we can saw the values in the 50 psi. We have so many options. Okay, as I told earlier, pressure range you can change based on the model that you're going to choose. If it has a certain sort of limits, after that, beyond that limit you cannot change. Okay, so the choosing of the model is very much important. As I told earlier, we have more than 12 different models. In the first model, maximum PSI will be you have an option of changing from 50, 25, 10, and 5. So these might be your ranges. Okay, if you're going for a model number 12 up to 3500 kilopascals, you can measure. Okay, and you can set your change your settings with the 4 different options from there, starting from 350, 700, 100, 750, and 3500 kilopascals you can set. So like this, we have a different model. So based on the model that you're going to choose, you will have an option to change the pressure ranges. Okay, and most importantly, damping. Okay, so the what is this damping? So the pressure average time for surge damping defaults to 4 seconds. This timings you can change from 1 to 60 seconds using the menu button by shifting from one option to the next option, and most importantly using the up down options you can change it. Okay, as I told earlier, okay, um, there are two different ways you can produce an output. Either you can produce a direct output or you can produce a reverse output. What is this direct output? In the direct output, if your jumper is in the current position, okay, your output will be in the range of 4 to 20 milliamps. Or if you change it your jumpers from the current to the voltage provision, the output will be in the range of 0 to 5 volt DC or 0 to 10 volt DC. Okay, and if you choose, okay, using the up down arrow, okay, if you choose to the reverse option, okay, you can, the minimum range will be from 40 20, and the maximum will be in the 4 amps. It will be in the reverse output. The output will be in the reverse format, or from 10 to 0 volt DC. Okay, and as I told earlier, even the backlit option also you can choose. Okay, we have an option here. Okay, if you set it auto, it will on for a while and it will automatically turn off. Or if you want to make the backlit continuously on also, those option also you can do. Okay, and after doing each and every settings, okay, through the menu button and the up down button, please press the menu button for saving the settings that you had changed. Okay, and please try to don't make your instrument idle for 5 minutes, because if you're not doing any sort of activities for 5 minutes, automatically exit again from the start. You need to do it. Okay, thank you so much. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. If you want to know more on number, you can contact us. We have got the contact details here. Please subscribe to the channel. If you find this video very much interesting, please share with your friends. And thank you so much.